So good morning, one and all. I request the Professor Dr. P. Usha, Professor and Head of the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Dayananda Sagar College of Engineering, to invite today's chief guest of this webinar, Sri R. Gopinath Rao, and to inaugurate this webinar. Please proceed.
Thank you, sir. Good morning to one and all. Today's webinar topic is project identification and MSME schemes. And we have with us Shri R. Gopinath Rao, IEDS, Deputy Director, Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Institute, Bangalore. And it is my privilege to introduce Shri R. Gopinath Rao to you all. Shri Gopinath Rao is BTech in textiles and initially worked for 10 years in various private companies like Messrs. Binni Limited Bangalore, Messrs. Sierams Textile Limited, Textile Mills Mumbai. Later he joined MSME Development Institute, Government of India, and working in this department since 22 years. He served 3 years in Haryana and 3 years in Shillong. Shri Gopinath underwent training in various sectors such as ISO 9000, Z schemes, export management, cluster development program for MSME units, advanced packaging program, project report preparation and appraisal, procedures for setting up of micro and small scale units, marketing management exclusively for MSME sectors, quality management and senior level cadre training program. He has organized many national level and state level development programs exclusively for MSME units under marketing support. So far, he has organized more than 200 training programs, assisted more than 100 entrepreneurs in loan through scheme and market link. He has also undergone 14 days training in Indian Enterprise Development Service under IAS cadre system. Presently, Shri R. Gopinath Rao, heading Champions Portal Division and connecting all SMEs with banks, state government, departments, industrial associations, NGOs, testing laboratories, and central government departments. Sir, on behalf of Dayananda Sagar College of Engineering, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, I welcome you to this webinar, sir. I'd like to hand over this session to you. Please, you may take over this.
Thank you. Thank you very much for introducing me and also organizing this wonderful session on the product identification and MSME schemes. This is the need of the hour for the young entrepreneurs, the college students who are coming out of from academic area. Because the pandemic, the present prevailing situation, which everybody knows, and it has given a lot of lesson to us. It has taught us a lot of lesson. So how we should stand on our own, how India should become strong. Already India was a strong, it will be strong, and now also it is strong, and also it will be in future also it will be strong. But the pandemic really showed us how India should grow and what are the challenges are there in front of the country, economy, so that the budding entrepreneurs, the existing entrepreneurs, MSMEs, industries, all other related departments, government departments have to work together so that to overcome this problem. In this direction, the government also has also came out with a lot of the packages for the development of industries, for supporting industries to make them more active and vibrant as it before pre-COVID time. Now, coming to the point, the project identification, what we are all talking about, that the project, always whenever when a person completes his education, when a candidate or any person completes his education, it is obvious that he will choose to job because he wants to be happy, constant revenue, a fixed revenue every month, so that he will be happy with that one. But the prevailing situation will not be like what it was before. So we have to see how best we can survive on another side, that is self-employment. How to start in industries? What are the projects are available? What are the steps are required to start in industry, micro industries or small scale industries? There are steps, because all of a sudden you cannot become the entrepreneur, because it needs your mindset change. You need to see the development in and around your place. You have to visit industry, you have to see the business, you have to talk to the business person, industries, entrepreneur, association. All these you have to meet and see how they are running, what are the problems, what are the opportunities. So using the present situation as a challenge, an opportunity, is definitely help us to see how best we can run our own industries, how we can become an entrepreneur, successful entrepreneurs. You see this history or a story of any successful entrepreneur. Initially, you will face a lot of problems, ups and downs, and till some such time, he will come to that level. By the time you will be fully, you find fully, experienced and exposed to various circumstances, so that he will stand on your own, on his own. If you see the successful of some industries in various sectors like food sectors or the any sectors you see, there is a constant growth. Because why some entrepreneurs are successful, why some enterprises are not successful? Because the only changes what we see in the successful and unsuccessful. Successful entrepreneurs always see the development and their vision, always the long term, and try to take the advantages of many opportunities it comes. Whatever the problem comes, they will not see as a weakness or a problem, but they will find out how this has given us an opportunity to change our mindset, how to overcome the problems. So like that, that way they will think it. So that's why the successful entrepreneurs always moves in that directions. And today you can see the stories of many enterprises or large scale industries or medium scale industries or small scale industries, which were there in 70s, 80s or 60s. Today it is no more. It is nowhere in the business. For example, to take the example of government organization, for example, ITI, HMT, or Rajadut scooters, or Bajaj scooters, though they are in auto manufacturing company, business, their product is not to the level of the acceptance by the entrepreneurs, customers. So that means they accepted the changes over a time. That is the technology, whatever the technology has come, time to time implemented, and then they saw the development in that. Today, see many IT related activities that's going on in and around. Though they don't have any industries or any manufacturing or any service sectors, but they are managing the whole system. Example, the food delivery section, for example, Zomato, Swiggy, or online booking. If you want to book Ola, Uber, they don't have any their own fixed assets, but they are earning like anything, billions of money. Why? How they are happy? Because only the acceptance of the technology, the development of technology, new technologies. Today, by sitting itself in the home itself, we can book the tickets anywhere, by flight, movie, or any way you want. You book the tickets. either in the train or in the flight, anything you can do. How that's happening? Though they don't have any fixed assets, but it's all technology using the intelligent artificial intelligence, all the machine learnings related information technologies. Now time has come now to see how best we can stand or start our own unit, how to generate revenues, because government cannot provide the employment to all of them. So you have to see the steps and various opportunities, areas, sectors, how we can start industry. When you say the project, how to start an industry, the industry, starting an industry in the initial stage, you have to depend on various factors. One is the product identifications. Which product you want to manufacture. It again depends on the demand, the targeted customers, which target customers you are targeting, or whom you are going to build, supply your goods or product or services. What is the cost of that product? If the other same MSMEs are manufacturing, how you are going to compete with them? What is the cost of them? How they are supplying? How the relation has to be maintained with the customers? Customer satisfaction, time management, delivery schedule is very important. For example, in the food delivery section, within half an hour you will get the food deliveries. That is a time, that is a commitment, time management. So once it is given, if the time it crosses 30 minutes, it is been treated as a free. Like that, some kind of the time management, commitment, delivery commitment to the customers, if you take it, definitely the customers will see that, okay, this we can see that we have to buy from the same company and then progress further. So it's your commitment and attitude and the communication with the customers. How to keep how to retain your customer is very important. For example, in our own Bangalore, there are many hotels. Simple example, if you will. There are many hotels which are running even behind 50 years. For example, Vidyarthi Bhavan, maybe MTR hotels. So these are all some of the hotels you see. Still, they are maintaining the quality. Even after 50 years, 50 plus, the customers are coming. They are maintaining. Why? Because the quality, service, cleanliness, the cost wise, everything. Even the cost is a little bit higher than the other. The people go there. How this is happening? Because your quality of the product is very important. So whatever the product you choose to manufacture, if the quality is not up to the mark, you are not at all in the business. The quality becomes very important. Today you see India being the one of the fifth largest economy in the world. We were nothing. We are not aware of the PP kits before pandemic. Today we are in the second largest manufacturers. That means how the entrepreneurs of India have accepted the change. They are forced to change because situation has created. That means they did not keep quiet. They started thinking and implemented and then diversified some of their product what they were manufacturing. Today they are leaders. We had just to see about 1 month, 2 months back, we had tremendous problem in oxygen supply. Immediately, the linking of logistic problems, we solved the that was the logistic. So we focused government in India focused on logistic and then arranged this oxygen supply from different corners of the country, wherever it is required. Why? Because India is capable of doing that. India is a strong country, strong government, proactive government, pro-industrial policies and schemes have helped a lot to make India a strong. In course of time, another 25, 30 years, I'm sure that India is going to lead the world. So in that situation, we have to see there is a bright scope, there is a bright future for India. You as a young entrepreneurs, as a just about to complete the degree in the college, you have got a good bright futures. Accepting the entrepreneurship in your life as a lifeline, definitely it will help you a lot. So you have to think in broad perspective and large scale, long-term vision. Don't always depend on the job now. You try to see how you can become an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is timeless. There is no time. You have to work 24/7. Sky is the limit for your earnings, whereas for an employee is a fixed monthly fixed time bound. That's all. But an employer, when you become an employer, when you become a boss, when you become the leader of an organization, when you become an entrepreneur of an organization, you are the leaders. You are the boss. So you are the leader. You should become, not the boss. So you have to think, because a lot of people will work under you. You have to see, it is a one-man show initially. For a proprietorship concern, it is a one-man show. Like, you have to see the marketing, technology, manpower handling, financial management, quality management, and the neatness in the hygienic part of the enterprises. Various other problems, statutory problems you have to follow. So it is an all-round exposures when you are a proprietor of a company. But of course, it gives an identity in the society, because you are the entrepreneur, you are a society, you are a lead, you are contributing something to the development of the country, economy of the country. You are also part of the development of the country. So that is the confidence, that is the prestige in your mind. Everybody will see you as a great because you are the owner of a company. So you have to cultivate that thinking, how to become an entrepreneur. First mindset is, that is the one you have to see. You see the opportunities. If you see a product in the market, you have to see where it is coming, what is the cost, who is manufacturing, what is the technology adopted to manufacture that product, what are the machineries are required, whether it is to be imported or it is available within India. You start searching like a small exercise, you start doing that. You're all technical people, you can do faster. So with this, now I will start what is my MSME schemes that we want to highlight it. Coming to the point of MSME schemes. Are you seeing my slides? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you see my slides?
Sir, yes, sir. Please maximize it. Put it in slideshow, sir. We can see it.
Okay now?
Yes, sir.
Now it's okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We could see,
Okay.
sir.
So once again, welcoming to all the students, budding entrepreneurs, future. So after knowing about the basic inputs of these enterprises, now we go to the development of, MSME, Ministry of MSME under the Government of India is engaged and in the development and promotion of MSME sectors. What is MSME? MSME means micro, small and medium enterprises. Micro means, what is the definition? Now recently, from July 2020 onwards, the government gave new definitions. The new definitions for the MSME sectors. Earlier it was only the investment on the industries. The calculations was based on the investment of plant and machinery. The industry was identified, whether it is a micro or a small or a medium scale. Now, along with the investment and plant and machinery, the turnover component also included. Okay, there are two components. One is the investment on plant and machinery and turnover of the company. So these two factors, if you see, then we can easily say which is micro industries, which is small scale industry, which is medium scale enterprises. Now coming to the Micro industries. Micro industries is nothing but where the investment on plant and machinery is up to 1 crore and turnover up to 5 crore. It's called micro enterprises. Where there is a investment on plant and machinery up to 10 crore and turnover up to 50 crore. It is called small scale industries. Where there is investment on plant and machinery up to 50 crores and turnover up to 250 crores, it is called medium scale enterprises. This is the basic definition for classifying the industries.
Sir, excuse me, sir. I think slides are not getting changed, sir.
Yes, I have not done. Just I am explaining this.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Sorry.
Now, coming to MSME sector, which is the most important sector after agriculture, being vibrant and easy to start. It is very easy to start because if you walk on any corner of the country, if you see any corner of the country, it is easy to start. Some people, they are manufacturing, either servicing they are providing or manufacturing they are providing. For example, food manufacturing or servicing repairs or garment stitching or something like related to electrical component servicing providing. So there are about 6.5 crores MSME units across India, having employment around 12 crores, and it has got a very good growth across India. Across economies mainly depends on these MSME sectors. There are more than 8,000 products are there in the MSME sector. That means if you see any product, masks, PPE kits are related to stationery, components of mobile components, electronic components, or IT related components, or wood making industries. So anything you take, it is a 30%. It will give around 30% of GDP, contribute to the economy. So it is contributing around 45% of the total manufacturing and 40% of the exports from the country. So this is the this thing. Now let me come to the financial portion. How the MSME is going to get the benefit from the MSME under the financial scheme. For example, there is a credit guarantee fund trust schemes. It is a loan given for the enterprises to start their unit up to 2 crores without collateral or a third party guarantee. And this is actually both includes term loan as well as working capital. So 75% of the cover, whatever the credit the MSME is going to get from the bank, they are covered with a 75% when you take a loan up to 50 lakhs. 80% in the case of women and MSME owned by the units. 85% in the case of if you take a loan up to 5 lakhs or micro enterprises. So 50% overall the credit exposure when it is above 50 lakhs and up to 2 crores. Now this is one of the scheme where you can avail the benefits to start the industry. Now another one, friendly capital subsidy scheme, which is very important. Technology is very important. Time to time you have to upgrade your technology, create the industries. Unless you get that one, you will not be able to get the benefits, or market will not be sustained for a long time. So you will not be in position to sustain your business in the long term in the business. So that's why the technology upgradation is very, very important. For that, you have to adopt new machineries or new technologies, state of the art of technologies as and when required with the induction of these things. Now, there are so many products. For example, in the case of food products, in the case of textiles, apparel, whatever you take, you are getting a lot of new machineries are available. When you purchase new machineries through term loan from the bank, you are going to get 15% of the subsidy from our ministries. So only this subsidy is available for the new technologies, not for the old machineries. Replacement of existing machineries or technology is not allowed, or second-hand machine is not allowed. So you will get a 15% directly up to 1 crore investment on the plant and machinery. On the machineries. That is 15 lakhs directly you can get it as a subsidy. Now come to zero defect, zero effect. This is another one quality certificate where the quality is very important. See, for sustainability of any business, the quality of the product or service is very important. When you maintain the quality for a long time, naturally the product in its market there will be no more number of customers or buyers for your products. So here, to maintain this one, you have to maintain certain certification. For example, we know ISO 9001 is there, ISO 9002. These are certification bodies. So here in our MSME, we have got a Z, zero defect and zero effect, where you have to get the certificate equivalent to that ISO 9000 certificate, where you are going to get a subsidy 80% for micro and 60% for small and 50% for medium scale industry. These are subsidy portions. Now, certifications, if there is nothing but there are 5 level of certification: bronze, silver, gold, and diamond, platinum. So there you are, once you get the certification of bronze by self-certification, you can move to silver, gold, and diamond. There are 5 levels. To reach this platinum, it's a world-class level certificate. Okay, these are all certificate with respect to quality certifications. Now coming to the another scheme called cluster development programs. Cluster development program is nothing but even the micro and small enterprises come together as a one and adopt the common facility centers. For example, there are about 20-25 industries are there. They need some common technology or common machineries, which is very costly, and small industries cannot afford to purchase that machines. In that cases, we arrange the procurement of that machinery and give it to the industries, so that all 25 industries can make use of that machineries. That is by forming a special purpose vehicle. Only a company is to be formed in the name of the 25 units come together. So here we are going to fund up to 70% of the project cost, and 90% in the case of 50% micro industries or women enterprises or SCST enterprises. 90%, that is maximum amount is 20 crores. So for general category it is 70%, for SCST and women owned or 50% units more micro enterprises, 90% we are going to fund and grant the fund. So this is the most important cluster development, which is almost in across India we have around 80 to 85 clusters. In Bangalore itself we have 2 clusters. One is electronic clusters, another is printing clusters. So this is the one where the cluster development program is playing very important role in our country. Now these are all some of the data which is available with Karnataka, total number of clusters across Karnataka and number of common facility centers. Okay. You can see Hubli, Dharwad, and then Bidar, Bangalore. Everywhere we have these clusters. The government total, what is the total project, and whether it's functioning or not, we have given on the site technical. So these are all some of the things which you can see how the clusters have been working very fast. Okay. Now another one is in the case of marketing. So any business, if you do, the marketing support is very important. So unless you market your product or get the good buyer, will not be able to sustain for the business. In that case, the government has come out with a policy called public procurement policy, where all public sector units like BL, HAL, DHL, BEML, Bharat Electronics, DRDO, ISRO, and railways, any defense organizations, they must procure minimum 25% from the annual requirement of their annual requirement, 25% only from the MSME, MSCs, micro and small enterprises. So it is a huge market. You will get a direct supply of orders. So here again, in the case of 25%, there is a sub classification, sub target. For example, SCST 4% and 3% exclusive for women entrepreneurs. And apart from that, there are 358 items reserved for the procurement from MSCs. So micro and small enterprises, you can directly procure 358. So another one is price preference. You know, micro and small enterprises normally when the government floats the tender, the L1 is the lowest one where the order will be given normally. So in the case of if it's a micro and small enterprises, if it quotes 115 rupees instead of 100 rupees, if they quote L1, 115 is quoted by the micro and small enterprises. Then the order will also come to the L1, that is MSCs, because these are micro enterprises or small scale enterprises. So 25% of the order will be given to you, provided if the micro and small enterprises come to the value to L1 only. That means order is confirmed. Because he is giving the micro and small enterprise, this one provision has been made as a marketing support. Okay. Next, design clinic. You know, a lot of designs are happening around the world. Any product you take, the designs are most important. When you say designs, the example you say any car, recent car. No, in 70s and 80s, Ambassador was there, Premier Padmini, that was the car. Now you see the car designs. The various features have been added. And it is functioning very well. The designs are attractive. So this design is very important. So that's why to encourage more and more MSMEs to change the design strategy, adopting new design strategies and related products and services, the government is coming out with a scheme called Design Clinic, where we are going to support the industries up to 15 lakhs to 40 lakhs. If the three units come together, 2-3 units, 15 lakhs we are going to give directly to the project. If there is more than 3 units, 25 lakhs we are going to give. So a small scale industry, if it is a 25 lakhs. If it is a more than 3, it is a 40 lakhs. So the financial support for the industries to change over, to accept the design, new designs, the funding support will be good. Even for design funding for projects, students who are interested to do some design projects, they can also avail the benefits. Up to 75% we are going to fund. So you can contact Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. It is a implementing agency for our design clinic, where I am the nodal agency from the MSMEDI to look after this AASC Bangalore. So any project, student project, if you are going for any design related issues, you can approach me or you can approach the IASC. I will share the contact details. Now, design, these are some of the designs which have been developed by many colleges, like Ramaya College, even your Dayanand Sangal also got some of the benefits under the design clinic. Incubation is another where you have to promote the innovative ideas for the production of new products. See, all the concept develops. Innovative idea starts from your mind. So how you don't know how to implement it. Somehow you have got a very good idea, but how to commercialize that is very important. Innovative idea. So it can be commercialized. That is very important. So here we have to take the help of the technical institution like your Dayanand Sir College, Nittek College. So all these technical institutions will be taken into support to implement this innovative scheme, where we are going to give up to 1 crore for developing your infrastructure in the institutes, that is under design clinic, incubations. And you have to promote more and more innovators from your own colleges, I mean students, where they have got ideas how to convert it into practically commercialization. So there will you have to give 18 lakh, 15 lakh rupees per idea. Okay. And these are some of the colleges where your college is also one of them, where they have used our incubation scheme. These are the funding patterns. And IPR is another one concept where if you are developed your own, you are the boss for your own ideas. You are the you are developed something. You are the owner. So somebody should not copy it or copy it and make it their own and then start selling on behalf of you. That should not be there without your prior permissions. So here patent is important. Once you develop your idea, new ideas, it should be immediately patented, so that nobody should copy it and replace it with another one. So in that patent also very important. We promote the entrepreneurs or industries to go for patent registration once they develop the new ideas, a new product. So geographical indexation is another associated with the characteristic of the products based on its geographical origin. For example, Mysore Mallige is geographical idea. Mysore Pak is a GI tag. Even Ilakal Sari is a GI tag. Like that, there are 30 to 35 products in Karnataka, all are GI tags. Okay, because of the regional geographical place, that characteristic is available is possible only for that goods, not in other places. Even if you grow with the same product in other place, it's not possible to get the same characteristic. So like the Tirupati Laddu is also GI tag. So Gulab Jamun, the Bengalis and Orissas, both GI tag. So like that, patent and GI are very important. Here, find some small financial assistance will be given. On domestic patent is one lakh we are going to give. If you do foreign patent, it's 5 lakh we will do. GI registration if you do 2 lakh we will do. And trademark up to 10,000. Trademark, most of the manufacturing products in the leading manufacturing, they use the logos or the brand. That's their products. Any product you sell, you should have a logo or some brand so that the people or customers, they will remember your products. When you say something like a Colgate, you remember the logo or designs. Okay. Another one is when you say Apple, immediately your logo would comes to your mind. Apple shape, cut shape, and Samsung like that. It may be either word or it may be some kind of symbols which will enable you to remember the customers. Here, to increase more and more, we are going to support you through 10,000 rupees. And even intellectual property distillation count up to 1 crore, we are going to support you if you want to set up the centers. Now, lean manufacturing is another area where we are encouraged to manufacturing cost. Manufacturing cost sometimes increases more. So, to reduce the cost through various techniques, manufacturing techniques that we have 5S, POCA, YOKA, and SMED, Kanban, just in time, etc. These are all manufacturing techniques, technical things we are going to implement in the industry so that the cost will be reduced. If you visit the industries as a part of your academic portion, you might have seen lot of things that are taking place, and you will not be knowing what is there. So here it requires the experience where you can cut down the cost and promote the more and more products, new products. So in order to encourage more manufacturing cost to reduce, this MSME should go for adoption of some lean manufacturing techniques, competitiveness, to increase their competitiveness. There are so many consultants. These consultants will help you to identify their problems and then reduce their ideas. So through their ideas, it will be reduced so that the consultant, they will charge heavily. In that case, this cluster lean manufacturing, we are going to give funding support up to 36 lakhs per mini cluster. Here, minimum we will need 6 to minimum 10 units. Okay, these are some of the industries they have used our lean manufacturing techniques in our opinion. Now, public procurement policy is another one policy where the MSME should be encouraged to participate in domestic trade fair, international trade fair. Suppose, when they participate, they have to pay the stall rent, transportation, everything. In that case, the government is going to reimburse your stall rent as well as the transportation cost. Almost expenditure what is going to happen. Almost 1.25 lakhs or 1.5 lakhs rupees you are going to get reimbursed when you participate domestic trade fair anywhere in India. International airfare, again same policies. Here, only thing is 100% is free in the case of SC/ST and women units. If they are participating in trade fair, SC/ST and women enterprise, they will get 100% free. Okay. So national award is another one. We are now after any achievement you make, it should be recognized. The government is trying. Always government tries to recognize your work and your entrepreneurship and outstanding effort, what you have done in it as entrepreneurship and service, and both in manufacturing, innovative product if you have done anything, any quality product you have done, in lean manufacturing if you are accepted, then it is again and a national award for a CST or women category. So these are all some of the national awards will definitely will help to recognize your unit in the society, and you will be some kind of the dignity you can maintain in the society. That is the one. So and this is on our Udyam registration, where Udyam registration is our registration portal where you have to register our MSMEs. Any MSME you start should be registered in Udyam or the Udyam registration.gov. This is the website. Once you register, you will get a one-time registration certification number, Udyam registration number. So that is because nowadays registration is very much important because it is related to is linked to income tax, GST, and some other benefits, whatever you want to avail from the bank or the government side. That is Udyam or the Udyog or the Udyam registration, Udyam number is linked. So that's why now government is going for all our digital finance, digital mode. So it is necessary that you must register in a Udyam registration portal. So this is my office. This is my office address. Anybody can note down. And so with this, I think any doubt? Because still my time is there. On 12:30, I have to start another session for Delhi. So any doubt in this, that please let me know. So that answer your queries. Anything?
All of you, please switch on your cams so that sir can see you. All of you, please switch on your cams and just try to interact to sir. He has given some opportunities for students also, for design projects also. Please.
Sir, I will call you in the meeting. So any doubt is there, please let me know.
So if
Sir, what is the procedure to set up a business, sir?
procedure means first you have to identify which product you want to do, make a viable project report you have to do, and then identify the product which product you want to manufacture. For example, nowadays the garment manufacturing they are doing, immediately they switch over to PP kits. So like that, the product identification is very important. There are so many areas, either in the food sectors, mechanical, electrical, or electronics, or civil side. Both you can accept anything. So of course, you need to understand how to make a project report preparations. In that project report preparation itself, there is a lot of steps are involved. So technology-wise, machinery-wise, financial ratio you have to calculate. So all these things and the repayment schedules, break-even point, everything. So that is a separate one day you need to understand how to make a project report. So that is a basic thing. Identification of the project is different. Identification project is there are so many sectors and how you have to make the project for each product. That is a identification and the project report preparations. And using this MSME schemes, you can start the industries. These are the steps. And also making more statutory documents. For example, you have to register with MSME, you have to register with ESI, PF. So all other detail, documentary wise, you have to make it this for presentations. Make the documents. Then only it is possible. Any doubt you can call me at any time because I am very fond of to tell students, colleges. I am linked with many colleges. I am very much interested into it.
is there any other question or sir is already scheduled for some other meeting? So on behalf of Institution Innovation Council and Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, on behalf of our management, principal, head of the department, the faculty and staff of Department of Electrical Engineering, our students and myself, our sincere thanks to you once again, sir. Thanks for this nice opportunity.
Thank you all the students.
It
was wonderful to share with my views. Thank you, Mr. Shivkumar, for giving me an opportunity, and also thanks to the management of Dionysus College for giving me this opportunity. Thank you. Whenever any problem, anything, any clarification, please call me. So there's nothing to worry, send me in WhatsApp. So I'm ready to answer for that. Okay. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.